Picture a time when empires were on the prowl and nations were playing a high-stakes game of defense. Now, think about one remarkable country that stood defiantly in this tense game of geopolitical dodgeball. Today, we're exploring the incredible tale of how Thailand, known today as the Land of Smiles, managed to avoid the clutches of European colonialism and the jaws of Japanese invasion during the challenges of the 20th century. We'll learn how Thailand, the lone wolf of Southeast Asia, emerged as the region's sole uncolonized nation. But that's not all. Our adventure will take us through the heart-pounding moments of World War II, where Thailand, once again, stood at the brink, facing the Japanese juggernaut. This isn't just another history lesson. It's a tale of resilience, cunning diplomacy, and a dash of good fortune that shaped the destiny of an entire nation. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with a deeper understanding of how Thailand's strategic moves and unwavering spirit defied the odds and left a permanent mark on history. Let's start with a step back in time to the mid-19th century to be precise. Meet King Mongkut, who reigned over Siam from 1851 to 1868. He was the ultimate chess grandmaster, skillfully moving his pieces across the global board to keep Thailand, then known as Siam, safe from the clutches of European colonialism. It all started with the Bowring Treaty of 1855. This treaty, signed with the British Empire, was a key moment in Siam's history. It allowed British merchants access to Siam's ports and established the foundation for trade relations. But here's the kicker. King Mongkut wasn't just opening doors to foreign trade, he managed to lay the groundwork for a diplomatic masterpiece. King Mongkut was a forward thinker. He realized that maintaining Western knowledge and technology was the key to modernizing Siam and embracing its independence. He encouraged his citizens to study Western languages, sciences, and technology, all in a bid to boost his country's infrastructure and efficiency. Just imagine a king promoting the latest gadgets. This helped him create a sense of cultural understanding between Siam and the West. King Mongkut tried to bridge the cultural gaps, promoting respect and collaboration between the two worlds. He showed the world Siam was more than just a distant land on the map. And here's where King Mongkut's diplomatic genius shines. In allowing trade, he managed to pull the strings of the major Western powers, Britain, France, and the United States, to keep them in check. By not supporting any single Western nation, he reduced the risk of Siam becoming a prime target for colonization. It was a game of diplomatic balance, and King Mongkut played it like a master. While neighboring nations fell like dominoes to colonial powers, Siam stood firm, keeping its sovereignty and cultural heritage. Fast forward a few decades, and we arrive at the era of King Chulalongkorn, who ruled over Siam from 1868 to 1910. His reign was like a beacon of modernization, guiding Thailand through a transformative period that strengthened its defenses against the looming shadows of colonialism. King Chulalongkorn was a visionary leader, and his greatest legacy was the Chulalongkorn Reforms. These sweeping changes helped to create modern Thailand. He understood that to fight external pressures, Thailand needed to strengthen itself from within. Education became essential to this transformation, empowering the Thai people with knowledge and skills. But King Chulalongkorn didn't stop at education. He improved the nation's defenses by creating a modern army and navy. This helped Siam protect its borders and sovereignty. King Chulalongkorn completely transformed the nation's economic policies, helping to resist external pressures. These tactics helped to make Thailand a strong country in the face of terrible threats. Then, in 1893, the Franco-Siamese War of 1893 took place. Only France attempted to colonize Thailand during this conflict. It was at this time that King Chulalongkorn's brilliance truly stood out. He managed to handle international diplomacy like a master and emerged victorious thanks to the Anglo-Siamese Treaty of 1896. This treaty reaffirmed Thailand's territorial rights and sovereignty. King Chulalongkorn's diplomatic skills and the support of the British Empire helped ensure that Thailand did not fall to colonial ambitions. It was a moment of triumph, an example of Thai resilience. But it wasn't just about treaties and diplomacy. King Chulalongkorn recognized the power of perception. He encouraged the Thai elite to adopt Western-style clothing, customs, and practices, creating positive views among European powers. By showing mutual respect, he showed the world that Thailand was ready to embrace modernity while preserving its unique identity. Skip forward a few years and we find ourselves in the reign of King Vajiravudh, who had the throne from 1910 to 1925. This was an era of strategic decisions that would further strengthen Thailand against colonialism. During World War I, he made an important choice that would shape Thailand's destiny. While the world was engulfed in the chaos of the Great War, Thailand remained neutral. This neutrality shielded the nation from becoming a battleground for the warring allied and central powers. King Vajiravudh also continued the legacy of military modernization, a tradition passed down by the kings before him. A strong and modern military was essential in stopping any potential invaders and safeguarding Thailand's independence. Even beyond the battlefield, King Vajiravudh recognized the importance of education in helping the country progress. He carried forward the educational reforms from King Chulalongkorn, ensuring that knowledge and skills continued to flow through the veins of Thai society. A well-educated population was an asset that no colonial power could ignore. He also managed to drastically improve the country's economy. King Vajiravudh supported agricultural and industrial programs. This helped create the foundation for a self-sufficient and strong Thai economy. This economic independence helped the nation resist external pressures. It was a sturdy economic fortress that helped Thailand stand on its own feet. But he wasn't the only king to help save Thailand. Next, we have King Prajadhipok, who ruled from 1925 to 1935. His reign saw a groundbreaking event that shaped Thailand's destiny and stopped the country from being colonized. In 1932, the Siamese Revolution broke out, which was a complete turning point. This revolution led to the creation of a constitutional monarchy. It effectively ended the absolute monarchy in Thailand. Now people could vote for their rule. This was a seismic shift in the country's government. But how well does this relate to Thailand's resilience against colonization? Well, it's all interconnected. With the establishment of a constitutional system, the Thai government gained the authority to make crucial decisions, especially when it came to matters of international diplomacy. Now, fast forward to World War II. While many nations found themselves under the shadow of the Axis or the Allies, Thailand stood at a crossroads. King Prajadhipok's reign had set the stage for a constitutional government that had the power to collaborate with foreign entities. Here's where the brilliance of this strategic move comes out. Under its new framework, Thailand could work with Japan during World War II. This collaboration allowed Thailand to avoid the horrors of the war, maintaining its independence, while also avoiding the full-scale invasion that other Southeast Asian nations experienced. However, there's one more twist in this tale. It all began on December 8, 1941, a day that would go down in history. Japan, on its sweeping expansion across Southeast Asia, invaded Thailand. But here's the twist. On that very same day, they signed a ceasefire agreement. The Thai government, led by Prime Minister Plek Blisungkhongkram, had a difficult decision to make: work with Japan or resist. The timing couldn't have been more dramatic. Japan's invasion of Thailand coincided with its attack on Pearl Harbor, plunging the world into war. The ceasefire agreement allowed Japanese forces to move freely through Thai territory. Thailand's decision to work with Japan was practical. It wasn't enthusiastic support, but rather a calculated move to protect its independence. Of course, there are accounts of Japanese soldiers committing atrocities in other parts of Southeast Asia. However, there's not a lot of evidence of this happening in Thailand. The nation's practical approach during its collaboration with Japan was a means of survival, not a form of support for its actions. In January 1942, Thailand declared war on the Allies. However, it didn't actively participate in combat against the Allies. Instead, the nation took on a more cautious stance, avoiding direct conflict with the Allied forces. This strategic move allowed Thailand to secure territorial gains during this tense period. As the tides of war began to turn and Japan's defeat became clear, Thailand shifted its allegiances back to the Allies in 1945. This was a genius act of diplomacy. It allowed Thailand to emerge from the ashes of World War II with its sovereignty intact. As we draw the curtain on this journey through Thailand's remarkable history, we've learned about a nation that defied the odds and remained uncolonized. It's a tale of strategic brilliance, diplomatic power, and unwavering resilience. It's a story that teaches us the value of knowledge, diplomacy, and the strength to create your own path in a world of uncertainties. Thailand's legacy as an uncolonized gem of Southeast Asia will continue to shine brightly, reminding us all that the human spirit, when tested, can achieve the extraordinary.